keyingi kelimesini aldık kesek ötken to'g'ri rahmat.
Kök bayrak kütege.
Kök bayraklar, kök bayrak.
They can go into the street. And this side?
Ma qarindoshlar, mana bu sol tarafda saqchiba, ma bizdan jirit kelgan qarindoshlarga aytsanlar, ma sol tarafga yo'l, sizlarning o'ng qo'l tarafinglardagi yo'lga chiqsanglar bo'ladi. Ma yo'lni to'sqizib, keyingi qarindoshlar oldiroq kelinglar. The ladies and gentlemen, you can stay in the way in right side. Please come a little bit front, then you can.
Say, please.
Hallo, preparația gila peșo, preparația gila peșo. Kemlara yine preparația gila peșo.
Barliq büyük kelgan qarindoshlar, voqeaga mush yomg'irda jiroq-jiroqni ko'rmay, shu safarlarni buzib jangovar irodalarni Yevropaning poytaxti bo'lgan Brusselda butun dunyodagi hamma odamlarga namoyon qilishlar uchun birga o'rganadiganlar birga barliq qarindoshlar, mush bizning vatandagi kompaniya etayotgan qarindoshlarning ovozini mishad anglatganliglar uchun hammalarga Alloh rozi bo'lsin. Thanks for everybody to come to this demonstration. It was a rainy day, but we really appreciate that you guys breathe. Now we will.
What is this? So, we just saying that we were at the yeah, it's a little bit easy. It's already. Yes.
Şuar to'layotgan qarindoshlar, birdan pasayib tursak, biz hozir o'zimizning to'ylab marshini o'qiymiz.
Qo'ysin.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you for braving the rain. We're going to start by playing the UYGHUR and then the Tibetan national anthems. So, Stefan, if you please play the UYGHUR national anthem. In 1 minute.
Good afternoon, sisters and brothers. So we are going to sing the song of Tibetan national anthem. Sorry, one minute.
Quickly, we'll have the Hong Kong national anthem as well in a show of solidarity with the Hong Kong people. Do you have it ready? Yeah. Okay, 1 more minute. Thank you. We'll now begin with our first speaker, Mr. Dolkan Issa, President of the World Uyghur Congress. Mr. Issa is a former student leader of the pro-democracy demonstrations at Tutong University. He's one of the hardest workers for the Uyghur cause. He's in the EU, the UN, all over the place. Mr. Issa, please give him some opening remarks. Thank you.
Hazır Dünya Uyghur Kurultayı'nın reisi Dolkan Issa Efendimiz'le sözü teklif kılınız.
Assalamu alaikum, hanımlar, efendiler, dünyanın her qaysi yerlerinden gelgen aziz vatandaşlar, kıymetli hesapdaşlar, hemenle bu Xitay müstemlik hakimiyetinin kurulganlığının 70 yıllığı ve Şarkı Türkistan'ın müstemlikçiliğinin 70 yıllık günü münasebetiyle ötküzülatkan bu namayışımız hoş geldinler. Bir yerde köp çetellik dostlarımız var, metbuatlar var. Şunu ben aval birkaç cümle İngilizce Lotuk'tan keyin, anından keyin Uygurca kitap dilemen, hemmenler çok rahmet. Ladies and gentlemen, dear Tibetan brother and sister, Hong Kong's brother and sisters, from Taiwan, from Chinese Christian, some other supporter, you are welcome. I would like to thank all of you who joined this march and demonstration today. It is great to see that so many of you have come to have your voice heard at this critical moment. I know many of you have traveled great distance to participate in today's demonstration, and I sincerely thank you. Your presence is so important. We need the world to see that behind the news story about concentration camps and the Chinese repression are real people who are suffering greatly and they need help of the international community. I would also like to especially international campaign for Tibet, unrepresented nation and the people's organization, Belgium Uyghur Association, and the all Uyghur organization in Europe, and the Tibet community in Belgium for helping to make this demonstration. I'd like also thanks to from the Hong Kong Chinese Christian communities and the human rights activists and scholars who are in participating today. The Uyghur people stand with Tibetans, Hong Kongers, South Mongolia, Taiwan, and all those who believe that all people in China deserve the basic right and the freedom. We stand in solidarity with the people of Hong Kong who have shown such a courage and determination in standing up for the right and the future of the Hong Kong. It is so important that we stand together in this critical time for all our communities. China repression affects all of us. Today marks 70th anniversary of the establishment of the People's Republic of China. But for the Uyghurs and the Tibetans, it marks the day their ancient homeland was occupied by Chinese government. It marks starting point of 70 years of preparation. Chinese Communist Army forced and illegal occupied our countries. Chinese Communist Party is largest and horrible terrorist organization around the world. 84 million inhabitants Chinese and more than 2 million Uyghur, Tibetan and the Mongol who died during the Cultural Revolution as they are really legacy of the People's Republic of China. Entire generation have only known oppression and have never been able to enjoy the basic right and the freedom. This is the true impact of the 70th years of the CCP rules. While the past 70 years have been bleak, current situation in China has been critical and unbelievable. We are all here today because there is no respect for the fundamental human rights and freedom in China. As I speak, around 3 million Uyghurs are being arbitrarily detained in the concentration camps. Millions of innocent people, or mother, or father, brother and sister are missing. More than 2 years, they are suffering and dying in the camps and they feel their family and friends in living outside Turkestan are frustrated and desperate to save them. Their only crime was being Uyghurs. Everything that makes us unique is under attack by the Chinese government. Uyghur children are being separated from the parents and they being indoctrinated. China's action forced us threat, not just to Uyghur, Tibet, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Chinese activists and other groups who bear and burn of the CCP's violent repression. It will and already is having major negative impact on our international community, to our global security, to the future of our international institution. China and the group of authoritarian states are attempting to undermine the concept of human rights in the United Nations and destroy UN human rights system as in current exists. They are taking value from the foundation of our international system. The United Nations and the world leader, particularly European Union, need to wake up and realize what's at stake. Otherwise, our world will be changed for the worse. We are thankful to the 25 states who signed a letter to the President of the Human Rights Council this summer, condemning concentration camp and the Chinese persecution of the Uyghurs. However, we are deeply disappointed silence the Muslim world. Despite the fact China is trying to eradicate Islam among the Uyghur population and have described Islam as an ideological illness that must be eradicated. Many of the leaders have been decided to value Chinese money over the human life. We are trying of the slowness. We are tired of the slowness of the act from many world leaders. We believe in the future of the human rights, freedom, democracy for the Uyghurs, Tibetans, Hong Kongers, Chinese, and all people. We believe that better future it is possible if the international community has the will and integrity to hold China accountable for its crime against humanity. We cannot accept other 70 years of the oppression and hopelessness. We need freedom and human rights. No, it is the time to act for the European Union particularly. Thank you. Hürmetli hanımlar, efendiler, aziz vatandaşlar, umak perzentlerimiz. Avrupa'nın her kaysi yaylarından gelgen aziz, cengivar, fidakar, harmas vatan avlatları. Küçüdün uxlamay, sefer kılıp muşayele geldinler. Allah sizlerden razı olsun. Ulug milletimiz, aziz milletimiz sizlerden razı olsun. Bugün biz birge muşu namayişte buluştuğunu arzu kılan. Biz bilen bugün muşu namayişte buluştuğunu arzu kılan. Ama okyan atlat giriş imkaniyeti bulmagan. Vizi sebepleri bilen biz bilen bulanmagan. Bütün karındaşlarımızın duaları, yürek arzu sadaları biz bilen birge. Biz bu karındaşlarımızla salamlarımızı muşu yerde yollayımız. Ulanı aramızda his kılımız. Bugün bu yege Avrupa'nın sırtı yine Türkiye'den ve Kazakistan'dan aşağıdaki milyonluğun, 100 milyonluğun karındaşlarımızdan salamlarını gelgen aziz, kıymetli dostlarımız var. Sizlerime hoş geldinler. Biz bir yerde şunu mu tekitleyimiz ki hiç kandan bir özrü yok ve birkaç saatlik seferde birkaç saatlik yolda durup mu hatta muşu Belgiye'de bozuğuz durup mu aramızı getiriş cesaretini göstermeyen yüreksiz korkak insanlara ya ki tök denginin nehrinden geçemey anevetinden atanısının 3 milyon karındaşlarının mehrinden geçerliken zulümlü pul ve sertifikattan bazı insanlarımız mı bir yerden bazı mesajlarını evetişini artık gömeyimiz. Allah ulanın kömürlüğe hidayet ata kılsın. Vetanlı eksida Facebook'larda kurulan ama kök bayrakla bildiğin meydanlardan ölgüde korkuduğun sizlerdek hakiki vatan evlatları içinde kök bayrak digiz götürüş, cihangvar şuarlarını kovalaş, Xitay müstemlik gibi olan nefretini aşkarı meydanda ifadeleş, cesaret göstermeyen biçare insanlarımı Cenab-ı Allah'tan hidayet dileyimiz.
Amin.
Aziz vatandaşlar, hemimizge malum, bugün Xitay müstebit ve diktatör hakimiyet kurulganlığının 70 yıllığı. Şarkı Türkistan halkı için, Tibet halkı için, Cenubi Mongol halkı için, hatta Xitay halkı için bir matem günü. Şarkı Türkistan halkı için yeni bir müstebitliğinin başlangan günü, insaniyet için yeni bir facianın başlangan günü. Biz bugün Şarkı Türkistanlıkla, Tibetlikler, Hong Kongluklar, Tayvanlıklar, yani 70 yıldan bu yan Xitay'nın devlet terörizmi aslında izlivatkan, hak hukukumuz defsende buluvatkan, barlı halklar birlikte dünyaya Xitay Komünist hakimiyetinin cinayetini paş kılıçıp toplandık. Xitay Komünist Partisi'nin Şarkı Türkistan'daki hakimiyetinin kanunsuz hakimiyeti geldiğini, bunu Şarkı Türkistan halkı hiçbir zaman kamagalığını, tanımagalığını dünyaya yeni bir katım yakalaş için toplandık. Atalmış Xitay Halk Cumhuriyeti kurulgan, Xitay Komünist Partisi Cumhuriyeti kurgan, Xitay Komünist Partisi tegi teknin attığında bir terörist teşkilat. Bu sayılan bilen, yaki tinçlik bilen hakimiyet gelmez. Bu işki uruş kozgap, kurallık isyan kılıp, milyonlagan öz halkını, Xitay halkını öldürüş bedeli kurulgan bir hakimiyet. Kurulgan neyken bolsa 48 milyon Xitay halkını, 2 milyondan artık Uygur, Tibet, Mongol ve başka halklarını toplam 50 milyon insanı öldürüş bedelige terörist hakimiyetini müstakimleştirişe gelen bir hakimiyet. Ben bugün şunu alay tekleymen ki Xitay Komünist Partisi 90 milyon azası bilen dünyanın en vahşi, en kabahatlik ve en xatarlik terörist teşkilatıdır. Biz bu reallikni dünyaya bildirişimiz gerek. Dünyanın uykusunu eşişimiz gerek. Eğer dünya Xitay tehditini vaxtınız kılıp bu devlet terörünün altına almaydıgan bolsa bu yer şarı için, insaniyet için en çok bir balaya afet kaydındır. İnsanlık dünyası Nazi rejimini gördü. Stalin rejimine şahit oldu. Milyonlagan begunahan insanların ölümüne şahit oldu. Vahşetlerge, müstebit hakimiyetlerge vakti çağrı kullanmaganda onun akıbetinin intihayın facialik bulduğunluğa bütün insaniyet şahit oldu. İnsanlık ötken esirde yeterlik savaklarını yekillidir. Ama tarihteki her kandak bir müstebit hakimiyetin vahşi ve xatarlik boğan Xitay Komünist hakimiyet kinesinden dünya peki sükut tutulmakta. Bu sükut bugün Şarkı Türkistan'da 3 milyondan artık insanın 21. asırda cezalarında azap çekişige, 25 milyondan artık Uygur, Kazak, Kırgız halklarının şundakla 6 milyondan artık Tibet halkının uç turmada yetişige, 7 milyon Hong Kong halkının demokratik haklarının tartılışıga, 23 milyon Tayvan halkının müstakillik hukukunun tehdit uçuşuna sebep olmakta. Eğer dünya yeni sükutunu devam kıldırsa, bugün Şarkı Türkistan, Tibet, Cenubi Mongoliya, Tayvan, Hong Kong halkları duş gelgen bu facialarga bütün insaniyet duçar oludur. Xi Jinping'in Xitay düşü bir balbaq bir yol programısı del bu facianın başlangıcıdır. Xitay'ın territoriyli kengayimçiliginin çıraylık şekilde perdazlanışıdır. Bugün bizden bu namayişimiz del bu xatarını dünyaya, cümleden Avrupa İttifakı anlatış, ulanı uykusunun oygutuşunu maksat kılıdır. Dünyanı oygutış, hareket götürüş gerek. Bugün Amerika başlık bir kısım demokrat devletler bu xatarını iskilip, Xitay'ın Uygurlarına buluvatkan besimini toktuşu çakırdı. Biz Amerika başlık bu 25 devletke yani Birleşken Devletler Teşkilatı'da ve dünyanın her kaysi joylarida 3 milyondan artık Uygur'un hak hukukunu ve 25 milyondan ibaretten artık Şark Türkistan halkının hak hukukunu talep etken bu devletlerge, bu halklarga, bu demokratik ellerge rahmetlerimizni, minnettarlıklarımızı bildiririz. Amerika bu mecburiyetini sıkırlık için 2. Dünya Uruşu'daki avalının tekrarlanması için bu mesuliyetini tutup gidip bu hareket etti. Bu kandaktı bazı devletlerinin, bazı insanların davatını diktik Xitay bilen Amerika oturusundaki Suudi uruşunun mesulü emez. 2. Dünya uruşudan dinkin bütün insaniyet kayıt tekrarlanmaydı dep dünyaya verdiğine. Bunun tekrarlanmaklılığını köylülük için vicdani karşını ve dünyanın bir xatarligini saklaş için yapılan bir hareket. Biz bir yerden bütün Müslüman dünyasına, bütün İslam dünyasına yeni bir katın seslenimiz. Bugün Xitay hükümeti Şark Türkistan'da resmi İslam'a can ilan kılan bir vaziyette. Kur'an-ı Kerimlerini köydür oturdu, camilerini yıkmatıdı. Ama afsus ki bütün İslam dünyası sükütte Xitay'ın hatta süküt demez biz köydük. Hatta Xitay'ın Şarkı Türkistan'da İslam'a karşı yapılan bu insaniyet karşı cinayetlerini desteklemaktadır. Biz buna uygun işe İslam'a hakiki İslam'ın varisleri bulduğun olsa bunun uygun işe ve uluk dinimizin hak hürmet için olsun oturup çıkışa davet kılınız. Şunu bilen bir yerde biz başka devletlerini, başka bir milletlerini uygun işe ve Şarkı Türkistan'daki bu zulümünü toktuşuşa hareket götürüşüren, çağırtışıran birge özümüzden halkını mı? Moşa erkin demokratik memlekette yaşavatkan net 100 milyon özümüzden halkımızı mı alan uygun işe çağırırız. Ve demimizden hiçbir müstakillik, hiçbir azatlık, hiçbir erkinlik, hiçbir demokratiya kendisinden sunulduğun başkaları bile terkidin hediye kılındığın bir hediye emez. Bu küreş bilen, inkılap bilen elindiğin bir hak. Biz eğer hakikaten bu kök bayraktan Şarkı Türkistan'da cevap kılışını arzu kısak, hakikaten vatanımızdan azat kılışını arzu kısak, aval Uygur halk uygun işimiz gerek. Muşu meydanı bugün bir kanç bin insan emez, bir kanç 10 milyonluğun Uygur, Muşu kök bayraktan bırakılan topluluğa vaktimizde vatan bizim uludu, bu zulümden kurtuluruz. Hemen o köprek
China, stop killing Uyghurs! China, stop killing Uyghurs! China, get out of West Turkestan! China, get out of West Turkestan! Shame on China! Shame on China! No more camps! No more camps! We want justice! We want justice! We want peace! We want peace! We want freedom! We want freedom! Freedom for East Turkestan! Freedom for East Turkestan! Justice for Hong Kong! Justice for Hong Kong! Freedom for Tibet! Freedom for Tibet! Save the Uyghur people! Save the Uyghur people! Save the Uyghur language! Save the Uyghur language! Save the Uyghur culture! Save the Uyghur culture! Save the Uyghur scholars! Save the Uyghur scholars! Save the Uyghur artists! Save the Uyghur artists! Save the Uyghur women! Save the Uyghur women! Save the Uyghur children! Save the Uyghur children! Yaşa Uygur'um! Yaşa Uygur! Hurra! Hurra!
Thank you. The next speaker will be Fobu Donduk, the president of the Tibetan community in Belgium. Please welcome him as he takes the stage.
사문올이야. 사문올이야. 저스트 쇼에 우리 둘이 사문올 동안. 아니 너희 내 빈예 사문올이야. 믹스가 도시체 쇼에. 차보다 남시 디데시 그 나올이야. 지난 그 페브제. 난 그 지기 디도 우체도. 두스 페브들이야. 도시체 쇼에 와. 비. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. We came here together for the purpose of our own people's that we were suffering in China, under China, in UYGHUR, in Tibet, in Mongol, in Taiwan, Hong Kong. So we are the speaker of our own people. We have the tongue. We have the mouth of our own people who are in China, who are in Tibet, who are in UYGHUR, who are in somewhere in part of China. They wish to speak what they want to say, but they cannot. They cannot speak. They cannot express their own feelings that they were suffering. And we are the representative of our brothers and sisters who are suffering. So we express their thoughts, their feeling, their sufferings in front of the United EU, European Union. We hope that through the EU, China can listen. China will learn what they has to do. So therefore, all the time we have to remain united to fight for the right. I mean, fight for the right, not for others. We are looking for the right. Yeah, this is what I want to say for all of you. And thank you for being here. That's all. Thank you. Human rights in UYGHUR is needed. Human rights in Tibet is needed. We have to think over this again and again. Thank you. Okay. Okay. We demand human rights in UYGHUR. We demand human rights. We demand human rights in UYGHUR. We demand human rights in Tibet. We demand human rights in Tibet. UYGHUR is belong to. UYGHUR is belongs to UYGHUR. Tibet is belongs to Tibetan. Tibet is belongs to Tibetan. We want justice in UYGHUR. We want justice in UYGHUR. We demand justice in Hong Kong. We demand justice in Hong Kong. We demand justice in Tibet. We want justice in Tibet.
All right, thank you very much. Our next speaker will be Ray Wong from Hong Kong. He was an activist and a leader in the 2014 democracy protests. I'm sure we've all admired the Hong Kong protesters in this current incarnation. We stand in solidarity with them. Ray Wong, please. The floor is yours.
Hello. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the World Uyghur Congress for inviting me. It's my honor to speak here. My name is Ray Wong Toyuan. I grew in Hong Kong and I identified myself as a Hong Konger. But now, I'm no longer able to go back to my homeland. When Hong Kong was handed to China in 1997, we Hong Kong people had no choice but to accept this authoritarian regime as the negotiation was made by the UK and China. We didn't have any say on our own future. Under one country, two systems, Hong Kong was promised to have freedom, democracy, rule of law, and autonomy. However, as you may know, Chinese Communist Party won't give a damn to what they have promised. In 2014, Chinese Communist Party has decided to restrict our progress toward democracy, which took hundreds of thousands of Hong Kong people on the streets, fighting for generous universal suffrage. Unfortunately, at that time, we fell, but we haven't given up. After the Umbrella Revolution, young people were very keen to involve in politics as we realized that our freedom and rights were rapidly deteriorating. I was one of them. I founded a political party called Hong Kong Indigenous. Our vision was to fight against China's interference and preserve our fading identity, culture, and our unique language. Do you know how it looks like to be an activist nowadays in Hong Kong? Just today, a 15-year-old student was shot by police officer by real bullets. Now he is in hospital. He is in a very critical condition. Hong Kong police are murderers. Police will brutally beat you up, shooting rubber bullets and real bullets, arbitrarily arrest you. Pro-China supporters would attack you and threaten your family members. The government would ban you from running the election. When you are influential enough, they would put you into prison. One of my colleagues, also my best friend, Edward Leung, is now in prison. In 2017, I had no choice but to leave my beloved homeland. I fled to Germany to seek asylum and was granted refugee status last year. Even though the Chinese Communist Party goes every possible way to intimidate us into submission, we Hong Kong people will never surrender. We fight them on the streets. Their violence could never threaten us. We fight them in the internet. Their fictitious narratives could never deceive us. We fight them in different continents. More countries would wake up to challenge this devil. CCP has to pay this cost for what they have been doing on Tibetan and Uyghur. Because of CCP, millions of Uyghur are detained in the so-called re-educational camp. Because of CCP, hundreds of thousands of Tibetans cannot go back to their homeland. Because of CCP, Hong Kong people have to live in terror. Because of CCP, Taiwan people could not enjoy their rights as an independent country. Today is the 70th years of the Communist China, which also means people under the CCP rule have been suffering for 70 years. We are human. We deserve freedom and human rights. It's the time for the countries who treasure freedom, democracy, and human dignity to support us in solidarity. Today, as I can see so many people gathering here fighting against CCP's repression, I am confident that the victory will eventually come to us. We Hong Kong people will always stand with Uyghur and Tibetan. In Hong Kong, there is a vote among protesters. On the day that Hong Kong is liberated, we will gather at the Legislative Council complex, hugging with each other with an unmasked face. I hope the same day His Holiness can finally go back to Potala Palace and Tibetan and Uyghur people can finally go back to their homeland to hug with their family. Free Hong Kong! Free Hong Kong! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Uyghur! Free Uyghur! Stand with Hong Kong! Stand with Hong Kong! Fight for freedom! Fight for freedom! Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those powerful remarks. Next to the stage will be Halmurat Uyghur. He became a Uyghur activist after his parents was detained in the camps. And through the Me Too Uyghur campaign and other social media campaigns, he put a human face on this crisis. Halmurat, please give the stage.
Thank you. Hello everyone. To my Uyghur friends, Assalamu alaikum. To my Tibetan friends, Chudemo, Jashilele. To my Mongolian friends, Tasambanu. And to Hong Kongers, Lei Hao, right? So I start my speech, and thank you for this opportunity. And thank you for everyone to come to join us this rally. I was born to a regular family, to regular parents who didn't have great ambitions but to live a regular life. They had learned from history that being a regular person is the safest way to lead a peaceful life in China. My grandfather was a hydraulic engineer, trained by Russians, and for this reason he was sent to a labor camp during the Cultural Revolution. Later, he was able to take back his former position as a head of a local administration, but what he had learned from his experience and passed down onto my father was to be a regular person as much as possible to protect his family. I was also raised as a regular person, and I did enjoy my normal life in Finland with my wife and 2 daughters. But everything changed in 2017 when my mother was arrested and sent to one of those concentration camps simply for visiting Turkey. The year after, my father was also detained and had no choice but to stand up. My parents never had any ambition to be different. My father was educated in Chinese system, and he was an ordinary civil servant until he took his early retirement for his reasons. Being a model citizen did not keep them safe. He and my mother have still been subjected to the same inhuman treatment like other ordinary Uyghurs who were sent to concentration camps. Being a regular family didn't help my parents to enjoy their retirement. Now, following 70 years of systematic repression under a regime that does not allow the expression of different opinions, being a regular person has become a luxury for all of us. I know many of you were born to regular parents, many of you wanted to be a regular person to enjoy a simple life with your family, but the Chinese regime didn't give us the chance to. The majority of us never tried to challenge the Chinese authority, but we are now left with no choice. 70 years of oppression is the tragic history of each of us. Enough is enough. Now, we have to learn that we should stand for our rights and unite together for change to happen for good. Resistance is now all we have to do. We want to be regular person. We want to be regular people. Uyghurs are not different from other people who enjoyed freedom of speech and freedom of movement. We deserve to be respected, but first we must respect ourselves. We can only gain all those rights by uniting. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker will be Vanessa Frankville. She's an academic with Free University of Belgium, ULB. She's been instrumental in raising the awareness of the camps and the repression of Uyghurs in particular, but all people in China. Vanessa? Thank you.
Thank you, dear friends. I'm not an activist and I don't belong to any organization. I'm here today as a scholar who has spent the last 20 years researching China and who wants to express concerns about the general situation in China, in Hong Kong, in the Uyghur region and in Tibet. Like many of my colleagues who teach and research about China, I have seen how in the past few years academic activity in China has been systematically restricted through intimidation and punishment for outspoken academics and students. This is particularly true in the Tibetan and Uyghur regions. Tibetan and Uyghur scholars are being closely monitored and they are under an intensified surveillance. A growing number of them are arrested, imprisoned, and sent to internment camps. But this is also becoming true everywhere in China, and not just in academia. Mass surveillance through technology, enforced disappearances, illegal incarcerations have become common tools to sustain an oppressive political and economic system that promotes forced assimilation and behavioral standardization. What we are witnessing in China must also be addressed globally. How many Western companies are involved in the development of surveillance, policing, and militarization of China? How many Western companies are benefiting from exploitation through forced labor across China? How many of us are wearing t-shirts made of cotton, potentially produced in forced labor camps, maybe in the Uyghur region? We need to look at the causes of the Uyghur, Tibetan, and Hong Kongese sufferings, and there are multiple causes. At the first level, we see a coercive, exploitative regime that exerts pressure on anyone or on any form of expression that does not support the party states. Even more concerning, we see a regime that is increasingly exerting extraterritorial pressures on Western governments, lobby groups, academic institutions, and scholars like me. Yet, if we look closer at a deeper level, we also realize that Western political agendas can be incompatible with defending human rights or supporting the democratization of other parts of the world, like China. While most Western leaders would rightfully defend human rights in their own country, they would often fail to defend violations elsewhere. This is true when it comes to China. China is often seen as a major economic partner, but it's really perceived as what it really is. An oppressive regime accepted in most of the international normative institutions that is now looking to export its repressive model based on censorship, individual monitoring, a rating system that can punish or reward behaviors, and systemic repression. Should Europe accept to be intimidated by Chinese military and economic potency? Should we shrink from criticizing China's human rights violations and state crimes because we benefit from its economic power that provides cheap labor and cheap consuming goods? The situation in Hong Kong, as well as in the Uyghur and Tibetan regions, raise hard questions, not just of the Chinese state, but of us. What world do we want? A world that can close its eyes on millions of people locked in internment camps based on their ethnicity? Do we want a world that can close its eyes on the condemnation and imprisonment of scholars, activists, lawyers, publishers, intellectuals for defending their ideas and basic rights of their people? I don't want that word, and I'm not alone. I call for solidarity. Solidarity with the Uyghurs and Tibetans who are subjected to mass internments and forced assimilation. Solidarity with the Hong Kong people whose freedom of expression and democratic structures are endangered. Showing solidarity means taking responsibility. We in Europe, as European citizens, as human beings, we have the responsibility to support, to encourage, and to protect those who step up and speak out for their own people in Hong Kong, Tibet, and the Uyghur region. Don't laugh at me. I will end on a Uyghur proverb that says, "Yalhoz atnan shangi chikmas, shangi chiksimu dehi chikmas." That means that a lonely horse can't make dust, and if it makes dust, it won't make a mountain. That means that you have to remain united, Uyghurs, Tibetans, and Hong Kongese, and also people from Belgium, from any country in the world. We should be more than ever together to let the people who are oppressed be able to speak up and to tell the whole world what is happening today. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks. Our next speaker will be the president of the Belgian Uyghur Association, Yasha Yolken. Yasha, please, you take the floor.
Assalamu alaikum barliq Uyghur qarindoshlarim. Safarni jiroq ko'rmay, o'zinglarning vaqtini ajratib, mushu jangga otinib, Yevropaning poytaxti bo'lgan Brusselga kelganinglardan Alloh hammanglardan rozi bo'lsin. Hech qanday bir narsa bugun bizni to'sib qololmaydi. Mayli bunda bir havo bo'lsin, ya mayli har qanday bir ish bo'lsin, hech qanday ish bizni to'sib qololmaydi. Har vaqt bilan bizni to'sib qololmaydi. Shuning bilan bir vaqtda bir to'lqin qandab bitib ketganga o'xshash, atrofinglardagi kelish sharoiti bor. Bulunmuş etrafdagi davlatlardagi Fransiya, Gollandiya, Germaniyadagi va Belgiyadagi mushkili sharoiti bor, vaqti bor. Keladigan qarindoshlarning bu qadar namoyish kelmaganligi uchun sizlar cho'qib qaytib shular bilan so'zlashinglar kerak. Nima uchun sen namoyish kelmaysa deb deyishimiz kerak misha to'g'amimiz. Namoyish qilish bizning burchimizdan yermi? Burchimizdan qolgan yermi? Shu namoyish kelmagan qarindoshlardan so'ra qilish. Nima uchun sen namoyish kelmaysan? Qanchalar qarindoshlar uyda o'shada. Atrofimiz ko'rgan odamlarga deymiz bu gaplarni yo'q. Shu namoyish chiqmaydigan, shu Uyg'urlar davosiga aralashmayman deydigan qarindoshlar biz shu gaplarni deyishimiz kerak. O'zimizning ko'ngildagi savollarni shu qarindoshlarga virzan so'roq qilib biz so'rayishimiz kerak bu savollarni. Men bu yerda shu Uyg'ur qarindoshlarim deydiganim faqat mushular. Hammalarga rahmat. Shuningga hamda Müştabir xalqaro bir namoyish o'rni bo'lganligi uchun men o'zimning so'zni ingliz bilan davolashtirishni ma'qul ko'raman. Shuni qarindoshlar to'g'ri tushungaysizlar. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yashar Yolken from Belgian Uyghur Association. First of all, I would like to thank you all for being here for your support to Uyghurs, Hong Kongers, and Tibetans. Especially, I would like to thank our friend from European Parliament, our friends who support Uyghurs, Tibetan and Hong Kongers, and the journalists from the different press. I show my respect to World Uyghur Congress, UMPU, International Campaign for Tibet, and the Tibetan community in Belgium, who have done a lot of rallies this protest. Today, the 1st of October 2019, China celebrated its 70 years of anniversary of National Day. But as being Uyghurs, we are not celebrating it. We are here in Brussels today, on this rainy day, to express our dissatisfaction with China, to condemn China with its crime in occupied East Turkestan since 70 years. Dear friend, as you know, millions of the Uyghurs are detained in China's so-called re-education camp, which is also described as internment camps. In history, people have lost their beloved ones, friends, family members by such camps. Humanity has already said never again to the camps. Today, never again is happening again. People are dying in the camps. They have been abused. Very few people are released by the pressure of the international community, but they were dead of seriously sick after the release. children can't see their parents because of the camp. According to same sources, Chinese internment camps in East Turkestan are source for organ harvesting business. More than 300 intellectuals are detained in Chinese camps. Chinese government detained professionals, doctors, comedians, athletes, musicians, singers, and actors. Let's think about it. How come such highly educated people need to be re-educated? Why does not China detain and re-education Chinese professions? Chinese governments say the religion is well respected in China, but mosques are demolished. Quran are burned by authority. Chinese government says Uyghur are benefited from the better education. I said no. Uyghur language is banned at school in East Turkestan. 4 years old Uyghur kids must learn Chinese in nursery. Uyghurs is abroad can contact their family because China has cut down all the communication. It's not the only case to the Uyghur. Our brothers and sisters in Hong Kong are suffering from the Chinese repression. Peaceful demonstrations have been treated badly by police under Chinese order. Tibetan peoples have been suffering from Chinese repression like Uyghur people since 70 years. Ladies and gentlemen, 70 years of Chinese repression is enough. Chinese government should realize its crime against humanity. We have never stopped it to get our right back. We have never given up our struggle for our freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get more united, more powerful. We are not small or weak. I hope our rightful and peaceful fight for our freedom will be respected by the world. We will soon make our dream come true if we never give up. Because what we are doing is right, what China is doing is wrong. Justice and freedom will never die. Today, we are here to raise more awareness what China is doing against humanity. We urge the international community, European Parliament, United Nations, and all the democratic countries, all the Muslim world, to take urgent action against the Chinese crime. You don't have more time to wait because people are seriously suffering. Every day people is dying in East Turkestan. Let's save the people. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to this suggestion. Thanks everybody. Freedom for Uyghur! Freedom for Uyghur! Freedom for Tibet! Freedom for Tibet! Justice for Hong Kong! Justice for Hong Kong! Human right for Uyghur! Human right for Uyghur! Human right for Tibet! Human right for Tibet! China terrorists! China terrorists! Xi Jinping is terrorist! Xi Jinping is terrorist!
Thank you very much for those strong remarks. I want to introduce our final speaker for this demonstration, Vincent Meton. He's the Policy Director for Europe for ICT in Jammu Tibet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man. Tashidele, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, dear friends of Hong Kong and dear friends of democracy. Today marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. And today you have probably seen some images of Xi Jinping celebrating this anniversary in Beijing with a lot of proudness. Reception and cocktail will be organized in every Chinese embassy around the world today. But here in Brussels, we are gathered for a very different reason and in a very different set of mind. We are here to express our very deep dissatisfaction with the way Beijing has managed the country over the last 70 years, and in particular during Xi Jinping's presidency. For 70 years, we have witnessed the destruction of Tibet's monastic cultural institute and the environment. Tibetan people's tradition, culture, and religion have been under systematic assault, and their human rights are being constantly violated. Since China's invasion and occupation of Tibet in 1949, successive Chinese leaders have failed to understand and address the underlying grievances of Tibetan people, and the same applies for Uyghurs and Mongols. China must allow Tibetans, Uyghurs, Mongols, Christians, and others to practice their religion and to respect cultural diversity. Cultural diversity is not a threat to a nation, it's a richness for China. And if China really wants to show maturity and be a responsible member of the international community, it should have the courage to address the political problems in Tibet, East Turkestan, and not interfere with the democratic movement in Hong Kong. In Tibet, China should respond positively to the offer of the Dalai Lama for a mutually beneficial negotiated settlement through the middle way approach. So our message to the PRC for this anniversary is clear. The Dalai Lama is not the problem of Tibet, it is a solution. And we are also here today to condemn Chinese growing negative influence in Europe and its divide and rule strategy towards the EU member states, but also towards Tibetan and Uyghur communities. China is trying to export its authoritarian model abroad, including here in Brussels, where it tries, for instance, to prevent any expression of opinion like this demonstration today. It is of utmost importance that the EU and its member states oppose these strategies and show a robust and unified approach toward China. It has to put human rights and the respect of the rule of law at the heart of its foreign policy. We very much hope that the new EU leadership here will take appropriate measures and will show courage and determination in the way they are handling the relation with China. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was our final speaker, and thank you all for coming out today. It's so important that people in Brussels, the EU policymakers, can see your faces and know that this is a problem that involves real people. It's not just an item on the news. So your presence here today makes a huge difference, and we thank you for braving the rain and long distances for coming out. Shahrazad, do you want to say some final remarks and announcements?
Hammalarning kattalikning rahmat namoyish nishoni oxirlashdi. Soat 3:20da Annemiz topaymiz, alqishchi ishada. Mushmedamimiz To'qay Yasharka.
Assalomu alaykum qarindoshlar. Men bilganiki ikki cho'ng mashrabniki jamoatlari mush barliq namoyishga kelgan qarindoshlarga o'zi bir tamoq etib kelgan to'q. Bir qismini hozir topib bo'ldi. Yana bir qismi hozir yo'lda kelyotdi. 5-10 minutdan keldi. Shuningga balki men hamma odamlar yetishdi, men bilmayman, bu jazmashtirmayman. Ammo ayollar bilan bolalarga oldin taqtildi. Shuningga keyinni boshlab taqtildi, qarindoshlar oldirib ketib qolmagan namoyish tugagandan keyin aniki keyiniga berib suv, hamma yemaklik bir narsalar taqib oldi. Shuning qarindoshlarning samida bo'lsin. Hammalarga rahmat. Hozir biz mana